Hello and welcome. As we continue on with the theme of transformation for the month of November, I am going to be sharing with you a little story about something that I experienced a couple of weeks ago. Nestled in the forest of Vancouver Island, which is where I live, is a Tibetan Buddhist temple close to the small tourist community of Coombs. If anybody has ever been to Coombs, it's really quite a magical and interesting place where they have goats on a roof. And I had heard about this Buddhist temple, but I had never been, and I was curious about it. And then a couple of weeks ago, a friend invited me to go to an event at the temple that was held during the last blood moon, which was the full moon eclipse that was on October 28th. And it was just breathtaking. It was a beautiful day. It was clear, it was sunny, and this beautiful and sacred place felt just so peaceful. And it was really warm and welcoming from the moment we arrived. Temple bells. A Buddhist monk sweeps the last golden maple. Temple bells. A Buddhist monk sweeps the last golden maple. So this is really about the whispers of compassion and unveiling the teachings of Tibetan Buddhism. So this decorative temple and the property was filled with ornate mandalas, prayer flags, and statues of the Buddhas and Buddha vistas, which you can see in the photos that I have throughout the video. The Buddhist monk guided us through a series of mantras and shared with us his wisdom on compassion, desire, suffering, and the importance of giving, selflessness, giving of service. The term Buddha means an awakened or enlightened one, and the teachings are that everyone is equal, we're the same, and we all have this Buddha nature inside of us. He talked about how Westerners could end our suffering by not seeking, not wanting things, being materialistic, and how being in the moment helps to alleviate suffering. And he also shared how mindfulness can help us transform so that all beings can experience a level of this highest peace, which is nirvana. And while he was speaking, I found myself making eye contact with him, and I was nodding and I was agreeing with everything that he was saying. And he was smiling, he was funny, he was quite humorous. There was a lot of humor in it. And I found that I shared an understanding of these teachings, and I had never been to a Tibetan temple, Buddhist temple before, so it was really quite an interesting experience. And Haiku has helped me to be in the moment and connect with my inner Buddha, and that is something that I really became clear about while I was there. And having a practice of non-attachment is something that I have focused on over the past few years, which has led me to a place of personal freedom, going with the flow, and effortless allowing and trusting in the big picture without needing to know what may or may not happen. Never used to be like that. I always wanted to know what my future was, not trusting. And letting go has been a big part of this process, which has led me to having more inner peace, feeling a lot more grounded and connected to nature. And my greatest wish is for everyone to feel this way. don't feel like this 100% of the time, but I do the majority of the time these days. So as we move through the month of November with this theme of transformation, how are some ways you can find your inner Buddha? Now that we're way over the halfway point of fall, winter is actually quickly approaching, but it's still not too late to download and start to embrace the beauty and rhythm of the fall season. I do have the free seasonal journal, which is in the link below, and just to be inspired and give yourself downtime to surrender, release, be present, and let go, which are a lot of the things that I just shared about. And I will post another video next week, so I will see you then.